Kia ora koutou katoa. Hello, Virgo. How are you all? I hope you're all well. So anyway, this is Lesley Ormsby. I'm a psychic medium, a healer, a teacher of spiritual and mystical things. Also, galactical energies are coming in towards me once more, or closer again, and so much more. So part of that so much more is I do these weekly and monthly reads. So we're going into August now. So today is the 28th of July 2020. So I'm doing this read is for August 2020. So however, because I'm doing it today, I'm not going to be doing this week, the last week of July, I'm not going to be doing the weekly one. So this week there'll be this will envelop or fold and roll into the August as well. Okay, so anyway, today I'm going to be using a Sacred Oracle deck, Sacred Earth Oracle deck. Also my trusty tarot deck from this deck card here, but also the angels have made it drawn me to bring in the cards that, or Archangel Michael and Raphael and the collective of angels in another deck have drawn me, I've been drawn to bring them in as well. So we'll see how we go today. I'll fit them everybody in. I'm sure they'll make that happen. So anyway, first of all, I just want to say thank you so much to those of you Virgoians who have subscribed to my YouTube channel, and also those of you who've come across my video on Facebook. Thank you for following and liking my page. I just take this opportunity now to invite those of you who haven't done that, subscribed or followed me, I might have done one or the other, but could do both if you like. Feel free to do that, now and also feel free to share the videos, please, and to help get the messages out there to others who may benefit from the messages that are coming through. Okay, so anyway, these reads are just a reminder for a general, so they may or may not resonate with you. If they do, that's wonderful. If they don't totally throw it out of the basket, because it could be more of a forecast for you. So, and some of you, are going to find it that you may be it may be playing out for you right now. You might be right in it. And others of you, you may be kind of coming into it as you realize how the story unfolds for you. So it could be more just like confirmation for you of where you're going, or where you're at the moment, and where you think you may be and feel you might be going towards. So, and how you can, meander your way through it without with more of a knowing, or an energy, so you're not wasting too much energy or using too much energy on this, that, and everything. So it's just really, I feel Spirit are just talking about, they're teaching us all the time. My awareness and my consciousness of being of who I am and being in that conscious moment, and my awareness around me, it's growing and expanding all the time, as well as you. So it's and taking more notice of it. Okay. So anyway, just want to also say that these reads are suitable for whether you're watching this video for your Virgo, and whether it's your Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus sign that you're watching it for, and that if you don't know what your other signs are, please check out in the description box below. There is a link to a website that has a free calculator in there for you to find out. The other thing is, I just want to say too, if you want to book a personal reading for you, or a healing. When I say healing, I work with helping people to shift their energy to move into whatever, understand it, heal it, accept it, all those sorts of things, but working with the healing, acknowledging it, but first figuring out is what it is, okay, as well, or confirming, okay, and helping to shift it. Now, I don't know why, but I picked up these tarot cards first. So there may be something that you've picked up that's around you, and it's and you don't know why. Like a new book or a new something new. Okay, where are they talking about there? Or something different. Where you thought you were going to go is not where you are. Aha, that's where it is. That's where it is. It's like not aha, but it's not aha in the one way, but it's aha. But it's like aha moments. That's what I'm talking about. Aha. But they said it very differently. And it's like, okay. And I feel like they had this cheeky little moment with aha was because it's like, I feel like some of you may have actually forced it. or and it kind of didn't, it turned out better than what you thought, actually. Maybe for some of you, and some of others of you, it's like, that you like, I shouldn't have, maybe I shouldn't have forced it. But I feel like it's more like, I didn't, maybe I didn't like, I should have waited a bit, or I could have waited a bit. So there may be all this coulda, shoulda, woulda, didn't, and that sort of thing going on there. But so while they, there's a cheekiness behind the spirit at the moment, but there's also what they're wanting you to say is like, because I feel like why they did that is because you've said that to yourself, and it's like you've run yourself down, or you've judged yourself, or you've put yourself down. So they're wanting you to turn it around and say, now I know, okay, why I had this feeling to maybe hold off a bit. Okay, that may be what it is. And it's not for everything. I feel like there's one thing in particular for some of you. Okay, so anyway, going back, now that we've established that, I'm going to go to what I have in plan for, how I thought it was going to go, and how I want it to go. So, cool. So we're going to start with the Sacred Earth Oracle deck, and I'm not sure how many cards. I have intentions of only 1 or 2, but the last sign I did had about 10. So it's like, okay, we'll see how we go. And I feel like there's 3 or 4, so we'll see what might come out here. There's 2 so far, but I feel like there's another one. Now, I just want to say that I do shuffle these cards between each read that I do. So just know that. So I'm a little bit congested today, so I might be talking a little bit more through my nose a bit. You probably could tell that a bit more at the moment. At the moment, in clearing my throat. So I think there's one more. It's taking a little while to get out. Come out. See if that comes out on this last one. If it doesn't come out now, that's it. No, that's it. I'm just going to leave it. No, they're just saying one more. So be impatient. So that could be, there you go. There it is. It's actually one more shuffle. And that was because there's 2 that actually came out. Okay, so the first card up, and like I say, there's productivity. Now, that's interesting. Productivity for you, Virgo. Okay. So there may be a little bit more productivity around you that's coming up or needs to come out with you this month for you. So like I say, you may be feeling it right now, or you may be knowing that that's something that you need to get going, but they're just bringing through, like the energy is shifting as well. So you may feel yourself able to be more productive in whatever it is that you're doing. Some of you, I feel like you're doing something like, bringing a new business or something like that, or a new something that's happening, but there's this repetition. And then you'll see with the top there's like the moon cycles there, and there's also the moon around her face. So there's something to do with repetition or cycles, okay? And they're bringing it with the moon cycle in particular. They're making me notice that, which is the moon. The moon cycle goes around and it's repetitive, so it will go around the Earth, and the planets do move around. But they're talking about and the fluctuation and the highs and the lows, that come with the moon cycles, and they can bring about a lot of confusion with that fluctuation. So in the energy cycle, and with the different planets that line up with it at different times. So what I'm hearing though is there seems to be some sort of productivity. And it's moving along. Something is moving along, and I'm hearing for a lot of you, whatever it is that you're doing it's like you must have something. Something must be working right for a lot of you, or something must be working. But they're just talking about like looking at it and like repeating that cycle of whatever it is that you're doing. And maybe some of you, I'm actually feeling like it may be more like looking at what it is that maybe you haven't really discovered what it is. That is making it quite successful, or making something why it's working. So it's like looking at that and repeating that pattern or that cycle with that production. Okay, so there's something also coming with the next card is unity that fell out the first lot. So But there's also, you know, what I'm hearing is like there's something about the world, and it may be that your product may be going worldwide, or whatever it is that you're connecting in with the world and bringing together. This productivity and this repetition is coming in, that you're maybe seeing something within yourself and how the world is affecting you, and the way that you're seeing things now, feeling things now, doing things now, and that sort of thing. So this whole COVID thing has, you know, really, I suppose, been an awakening for a lot of us, a lot of people out there. And allowing them to think, bringing about them thinking very differently about life, or very something that's been there always, but it's like shoved something at more. It's maybe made you more feeling like, yeah, you know, it's time, basically. Time for me to do whatever it is that I want to do, in the way I need to do it, basically. So, and then there's something about clarity and consistency that have come in, those last two that have come in reverse, okay, or upside down. So maybe you haven't got a little bit of clarity, and maybe there's not a little bit of consistency in there yet, but I feel like there will be more clarity and consistency coming up this month for you, and how that can work. So there's something, and I feel like some of you have been like maybe looking at buying a property, or a home of some sort, a new home, or maybe looking at expanding on that, your business, or a home, buying multiple properties, or investing and looking into other investments with your income, with money, or just, you know, looking at new jobs, or what else you need to learn in order to bring in more money, or money in a different way, so you can leave a job or something, or increase in your career, more knowledge in the career that you've chosen to do. Okay. I have a lot of Atlantean energy here today, so it's like, and they're wanting to come through and make their presence, their energy known. Hence me talking about them, and they're working, you know, with the angels as well. Coming through. Okay, so I'm just going to go to the tarot now, and there's a few that's coming out. Okie dokie. So the first one out is Two of Pentacles. So there may be a little bit of, you know, juggling with money, finances at the moment, but looking in the background, there's two ships. So there's something about, you know, things, I'm feeling like they want to say that everything's going to be all right, because you've got something there in the background. It's like, it's either coming, or you're building towards something, or it's already there. So they're talking about not panicking. So, because whatever it is, it's going to be, you know, for a little while, but it's like, and I feel like it's a really good learning time, because some of you might have been a little bit frivolous with money lately, and a little bit more frivolous, impulsive with spending, and so it's meant that you've had to tighten up your purses. And some of it may be that this whole COVID thing has made you realize how much money that you do. Okay, I'm just going with what they're saying, that you do waste, or are impulsive about. So and you may be like looking at putting it into different, you know, utilizing it better for you. Okay. Okay, so, but I feel like that's going to shift, because then we have the King of Swords, and he is an authority figure who is firm but fair. So I feel like this is definitely you, because, you know, Virgo, because you are an earth sign, so there may be something like you're, you know, juggling away there, but I feel like there's a part of you, this King of Swords comes through with your thoughts and your actions and your ideas, and asserting and making decisions with life challenges that are around you at the moment. But I feel like some of you, it's like bringing that out, that authoritative but firm and fair figure that's within you, or part of you, and to help you move through this. It's not about beating yourself up, but it's about, or others up. It's about like just, you know, maybe like grounding yourself in, you know, in your energy, because you are, you know, an earth sign. So it's about, you know, grounding yourself, keeping yourself there, and being sensible, not letting your ego get into getting too much of you, and, you know, with self-image sort of things they're talking about. So there may have been something that have been around that with this Two of Pentacles, that is, for some of you, have got you in that place of that in some way or form. It may be that you're just, like I say, looking back at it, reviewing it, and it's like that's what's tipped you into like feeling like, oh no, okay, I need to be mindful about how I spend my money. But you know, and it's a sense of freedom, and having that sense of freedom, because they're making me they're drawing me to I'm being drawn to the butterfly, okay, or the butterflies, but I'm drawn to the butterfly that's right on his chest. But also there's the butterflies that are in the on the throne. I was going to say chair, but it's not just any old chair, is it? But it could be something like that even brought up for you on his throne. So, but I'm just drawn to the one here. So it's working from like that heart-based energy as well, okay? There's something that may have touched some of you, whether you're a male or a female. That's this, because, you know, just because there's a male or the king on there, it may be, you know, you may be male or female that needs to take that authoritative figure in that firm stance, but being fair as well with yourself and or something else, someone else. Could be within your business, home, or even a workplace there, your employment and career. So now the Seven of Cups is like daydreams, you know. I do feel, because the energy is just starting to slow down now. So it's just, I'm like, okay, or calm down now. So there may have been a little bit of anticipation there or anxiety there about what could happen, but it's like just keeping in mind, like there are, you know, about your dreams. And I feel that that's probably what's brought you back into this feeling of like, okay, I really need to like knuckle down or be mindful. You know, what, and I'm hearing like vision board is get my, you know, ground to myself, get back on track with where I want to go. Oh God, because then we have the King of Cups, one who both loves and fears, but there may be, you know, because he's about, you know, wanting not non-committal with some parts of things, whether it more so I'm feeling more with a relationship, but or moving into something as well as what I'm feeling more so here. But what I'm seeing though, what I'm drawn to again is his feet on that cushion. Now it's like, it's a light red. So it's like, this is really going back into grounding yourself again into this space. And then there's to where, while you're making the decisions and not letting your emotions get in the way of, you know, of the stuff that's in here, and moving into creating whatever it is in there. But using those emotions to fuel you is in energetically wise to, you know, to go towards this dream or your dreams, your vision of where you're wanting to go. So it just means I'm feeling and I'm hearing like just knuckling down, getting yourself back onto track, because then here's the Eight of Cups. It's like you're like looking, you've been there, done that, you're walking, you're going through, there are the emotions there, you've piled them up, or they've stacked up actually, but you can walk through them and then look at the emotions, the stream that's running down the mountain. Yes, it looks a little bit bleak up there, but you're moving through it or moving forward anyway. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. So this is like, I've got these 4 cards down here, like in a row of 4. So, and then the Eight of Cups falls down underneath, comes down underneath the Two of Pentacles, which is interesting because that's where, you know, it's like you're continuing on anyway, but you're working through it. So it's not like you're turning your back on it, but it's that you've processed it, I feel. And in a sense, it's like behind you, basically. You've put it behind you and you're carrying on. Because then with that come out with the Eight of Cups is the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so there may be that you're in a position now where you're like I say, the Two of Pentacles has come up where you're juggling money. So there's a shift, and depending on how you handle that with your emotion wise will depend on how quick that shift happens towards where you want it to go. And then we have the next 2 cards that have fallen out was the Queen of Pentacles. You know, she's about a love of luxury. So she works, she's a worker. She's worked hard to get to what she wants because she likes that luxury. But she's also fair as well. She's willing to, she's mindful of how much time she puts into it. So she's kind of like, I'm feeling like there's a balance sort of an energy there. So with her coming out, you know, I'm looking at the goats, or is that the bull on there? So it's grounded. So whether you're a male or a female, I feel like the Queen of Pentacles is you again, Virgo. So it's kind of like if things are coming into getting yourself mentally, physically, you know, like spiritually, emotionally, and soulfully, like body, mind, body, spirit, and soul, like in more imbalance, okay? But they're using that analogy, you know, the mind, body, spirit, soul, but it's like, in particular, you know, working with the emotions, okay, with, you know, the mental and the emotional side of, you know, because that's, you know, what often drives us as to what state we are in, but it's not letting it rule us or rule you, okay? So, the Queen of Pentacles, and out the card that came out with it is like the Knight of Swords, which is brings through a welcome change that might be disruptive. So there could be something that happens where, you know, there is, I'm hearing like, obviously a change in some way, but with this Queen of Pentacles, in the sense that they're working together, but it's like maybe your ideas or your thoughts, and because you're making some decisions now, and asserting your power or your energy into it, and not, you know, it's like something is moving. It's like you get something moving. It could be quite swift, and it's like, whoa. So towards success is what I'm hearing, because I'm kind of feeling like this is, you know, though you're moving, you're there, you could have been there, but I feel like you're more there. And that's like you're moving up there, but you'll know which way you are. But it's like, this is what the center bit. There's a blindfold there because she's got that blindfold on, and I'm just hearing that because you never know where you're going to be. But I feel like there's something about stability that comes in there. Some of you will get that part of the message, but there's something about this about grounding yourself, and I do feel like, you know, with the Queen of Pentacles coming in up the correct way. Facing upwards, it's like you start to like realize or become more grounded. And even though there is this swift change with this Knight of Swords coming in, it's like it's a change in the way that you're thinking, to be able, in how you're thinking, which leads to, and you know, physically being able to like, okay, do something and move towards this. The success or the whatever it is, the project that you're doing will happen. And then the Eight of Swords is the last card out. It's like difficulties in becoming free from restraint is the theme around the Eight of Swords. So it's like this, only you can let yourself out of that space, okay, to achieve whatever you want. Because in this picture, she's blindfolded. Yes, she's bound around with her arms, but you know, if you have a good look in there, she can, it's not that tight that she can't wriggle out of that, but not, and then take her blindfold off, but also walk between those swords, you know, without being, you know, hurt or, you know, or cut, damaged in any sort of way. So it's like, this is something that one, you know, needs to move through, and you can move through it. And it's to do with, obviously, thoughts, what's going on in your head, and limiting belief systems and stuff like that. But it's like, but towards working towards getting some clarity, and that sort of, because all those cards there, and even the ones that are in the tarot are all absolutely positive, because it's movement. It shows movement. Okay. But we are the only ones that have the power to make that happen. So now the angels are coming out, wanting to share a few messages, and we have Archangel Michael here, and he has something to say. Beautiful. Oh gosh, he has a lot to say, but I feel like I'm just going to take the ones that are in the deck, because there's a whole lot here. And the first ones that are declutter, clean out the body, mind, and the body and the mind, and then spirit are here, are helping you, okay, to do that. So it's detoxify. And see, it's interesting, because on this card, it's like I tweaked it out, I don't know how many times, because I couldn't write it properly, and it just kept going. It was really interesting. So there's something about decluttering, and it's making the slate, or cleaning the slate, basically. Not making the slate, but cleaning it. And it was like decluttering as well. And then feel the love and do it anyway, okay? So it might be, some of you will get that. But there's also, love is the greatest power. Look, see, know, and be, as you're working towards making your decisions. It's like, what are you doing it for? Why are you doing it? And looking at it in that way, is, you know, to bring about, to help you to make the decision that you're needing to make, and make the, you know, or go in the direction that you feel like you want to go, and you may be a little bit unsure about it. So whatever it is for you. Cool. I feel like quite calm. It's like, yay, a sense of achievement there with that side. So this is Archangel Raphael. So he's like shuffling here. So what have we got for them? What do you want to say to them, Raphael? What is it, the messages that you have to say for Virgo? Okay, there we go. Thank you. So here we have heal the past in the now for the future, which is kind of what they're talking about here. Okay, which will come up to help you move in that. So manifestation. So know that you are the alchemist, you are the magician. We all are. We've just got to get ourselves in the right space, in the best possible space to, you know, put out that energy that, you know, connects and aligns with what we're wanting to achieve, to do, to bring towards us, to walk towards, to have out there, so we connect, basically. So for each of you. Anyway, and there's one more deck. So this is from the collective. So I'm wanting to like have a little wee chit chat as well. So what message do you have? Oh, for them, relationship. Okay, so I think that goes back to the unity back there as well. Relationships is like being mindful with your relationships, how there's a shift in relationships and how you see relationships. So it could be something that you're going through now with in a personal relationship with your partner or spouse. It could be someone with your parents, your siblings, your friends, or whatever. So whatever that means for you, that helps you like figure things out as well. It's about and the new moon. So I'm not sure when the actual new moon is coming for this month, but I feel, let me have a quick check on my laptop, on my computer. So the new moon is the 19th of August, because we've just been through a new moon. I was going to say recently, but the new moon is 19th of August. So, and that's a black moon. Okay, so we're coming up into the full moon on the 4th of August. So there'll be something there. But the reason, I feel like the reason that they've brought in this new moon is like there are new, even though there's not a new moon until the 14th of August, it may be just like when you get around that time, they may, because I feel like, because they've joined me to this card here, the repetition, okay, with this new moon card here. It's been mindful around about the 14th of August. So maybe that there's a reset there, repeating a cycle. So it's like looking at, like, you know, beginning or ending something, and to begin, or in the following the cycle, the moon cycle. It's like clearing stuff out, ending it as you're moving into the new moon. So something you're kick-starting something for you. Okay. Wow, that's quite exhausting in a way. But there's a lot of energy there, a lot of beautiful energy there for you to meander through next month. So it's yeah, I look forward to seeing how it rolls out for you. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there for you now, Virgo. So my spiritual team and I, we're going to leave you with lots of love, peace, harmony, and joy, excitement, and adventure. Bye for now.